other profession. So, and today is not about me. It's about somebody who has transformed his health with his efforts, and he has agreed to share his valuable time with us, to share his journey with us. So, with a thundering round of applause, I would like to bring Ramnath on the stage. So Ramnath, I think I know you, pretty well in the last few months. It's been a privilege to have worked with you for the last few months. But for the benefit of the audience, could you introduce yourself in a few words?
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. And firstly, it's been a privilege being coached by you, Sriram. And I'm basically an engineer and an MBA by education, and I've dabbled with many professions. And right now, I'm a full-time stock investor for the past 3-4 years. I shuttle between multiple cities, but primarily I'm based out of Bangalore.
Thank you so much, Ramnath. So I just get to the meat of things, right? So where were you standing before the program that you started? How did it all start? I mean, where were you standing before the program?
See, before the program, I've been struggling with a lot of health issues, physical health issues, as a matter of fact. And somewhere it was beginning to impact my basic movement. Very basic activities was becoming a drain. And I've been dragging my feet on for almost like close to a year and a half. I wasn't very convinced to go through the entire diagnosis to the medical. You know how this system works, and get hooked to multiple medicines, and then take medicines for countering the side effects. So I wasn't sure. I tried my own way, restricting my diet, tried to be more controlled, more disciplined. Technically, to be very honest, nothing was working because I think I wasn't following a structure. It was all trial and error and expecting some magic to happen within 1 week, 10 days. Then I had a chance encounter to see the WQ posters through a WhatsApp through one of my common friends. And that's when I signed up, and that's how I got to know. And I just cannot put in words how lucky I was to find it at the right time.
Absolutely. In fact, I remember, I mean, you used to tell me how drained you were feeling after 30 minutes of walking at a decent pace. In fact, I remember that you mentioned about the radiating pain, the sciatica pain, it's called, around the lower back and the
Yes.
low energy,
Yes,
right?
yes, very much. I mean, getting through the day it's always a challenge. We always think that body and mind are different. You can deal with it. No, beyond a point, the body, once it's unable to take the pain, it starts impacting your mental clarity or mental function. Your ability to sit through a simple task for half an hour, 45 minutes becomes a drain. You want to complete one simple, intense article, trying to review a company, trying to understand something over half an hour, it becomes a drain because this nerve pains is very, very painful. It's very hurting. And you cannot keep on getting up and stretching because these are all built up over the years and you don't understand maybe what is the toxin, what is the effect which was, building this. So yeah, it was becoming a big distraction for me to be able to do anything. And then it was a point where I had to, afternoon nap was never a nap. It was technically a sleep, an hour and a half. And by the time you wake up, you're too drowsy and tired. So the evening and the night gets down. So and the day
Absolutely.
ends.
Very nice. So, in fact, to break down this for the audience a little more, um, um, so when we say that the community that we are in talks about not just being disease free, not just being drug free, but being disease free and medicine free, right? These are, so if you understand the last 2 minutes of Ramnath's talk, these are the things which cannot be coming in the report. You cannot quantify how much sleep, how the quality of sleep you had. You cannot quantify the kind of mental strength required to pursue your passion. You cannot quantify the kind of pain you go through just to get through the everyday tasks. Thank you so much for putting this across, Ramnath. So, where do you stand, or where you stood before in the state of mind when it comes to your state of mind before?
See, that's what the state of mind primarily like every task was like, I just wanted to get over. I was not able to concentrate. See, anything that you take up some tasks, you have to be able, you should have the clarity that it might require research. It requires some intense mental activity before you get down to doing things. You just cannot get to the climax of the movie, right? You have to start the movie has to run through 2.5 hours. So it was becoming very difficult for me, and the mental clarity and ability to concentrate, ability to stay with some subject was becoming a big problem. And primarily, I think it was because my body was not supporting my mental intensity. So that's where it was becoming a big bottleneck. And you get irritated very fast, you get distracted very fast, and you're not able to pull back into what you were doing. So that was becoming a big challenge for me.
Very true. In fact, the mental load of being of having the even the simplest ordinary tasks taking longer and forever, it's a hit to your confidence, really, right? Being somebody who's very passionate about investing, about reading stuff about companies, about stock market, this is something that you want to not have in your line of work. It's very complex. The answer is very complex, but where do you stand today after the WQ program?
See, I want to very clearly, I've been with this program for 4 months now. This is my fifth month, as a matter of fact. I completed 4 months. So I want to break down my experience and my learning into three phases. The first phase, when I really started on, I was put on to very clearly, I was given a very clear recommendation of certain supplements. And I cannot tell you how great it was. Within the first week, I'm not exaggerating, I'm not building up, they work magic. For example, when I used to go for a walk and come back, I used to feel a lot of pain in the body. I used to feel very drained. That was gone. Within the first week itself, I could see the difference. Because a lot of people you heard saying, you have a very good diet, you have greens, you have veggies, all your nutrients and micronutrients will be taken care of. But I think it's a myth. Maybe because of various reasons which I don't want to say and I don't want to comment, but I'm certain that our food, however enriched they are, however good they are lacking in a lot of minerals and micronutrients. Point number one. So that was a big deal, and that was a big game changer for me. And I think people have to experience it to believe it. The second was the structured program in terms of how it modified and made me conscious about my diet, my portions, in terms of what to eat and what to completely avoid. That was a big difference. That was the second part of it. The third and the foremost was like the importance of the collage and my communication and my constant tracking with my coach. So these three things, from slowly from a weekly basis, I was able to control things on a daily basis. So this was a big transformation for me, that having the feeling that I control my body, what goes in, and that is having a positive impact was kind of an eye opener, and that was the real transformation in my journey.
Excellent, excellent. In fact, I really remember the first few instances where you used to tell about about the caffeine intake, about the love for coffee, and I used to read a lot of articles, a lot of notes from you about why I need to have that in my diet, why I love it. Talk more about it. What was going through your mind at that point of time?
Yeah, so that was one of my indulgence, and for some reason, my coach Shriram never liked it. He was after it from day one. I said, no, I can't give up my 2 cups of black coffee. But I reached a point where I cut it down to half. I stopped the afternoon coffee. It was just the morning coffee. And the point is, even after the cutting down on the coffee, I thought maybe my energy levels will change. I was thinking that it was not the supplementation and the program and my diet. I was giving more credit to the coffee. But the bigger realization was that the coffee was really not giving me the energy. The need from about since December itself, my need for nap in the afternoon has come down. I can't, even if I want to. I work from home. I have all the time and luxury to my own, but I don't feel like taking a nap. And my quality of sleep has certainly improved in the night. And I've now completely cut down on caffeine.
Super awesome to hear that. It's not something against the coffee lovers, but it's something that your body is more a miracle than the coffee that we drink. That is the message here, right? So I also remember Ramnath talking to you about your yearly panchakarma that you used to do every single year, and the people there, the practitioners there, had some interesting comments about how this panchakarma went for in this particular time. So talk more about it.
Yeah. So one thing which I was also a little apprehensive and scared. See, anything good, there are a lot more skeptics and negative things these days. Social media influences that you start taking supplements, proteins, and things like that. You get addicted to it. Your body, you can't do without it, and so many other negative things. And I think these are all very false. I also faced a lot of those things. So that is a conscious decision each of you have to take. And the biggest revelation for me in terms of what this program had firsthand, I've been doing this Panchakarma treatment since 2023. Every year I go once in 8 months. It's an intense 14-day program. It's basically to detox the complete body through certain procedures and processes in an Ayurvedic center. But this time, my Vaidyas, I don't call them doctors, but my Vaidyas and my therapists there, they were surprised and they were very taken back, by the kind of how the body was, how the amount of toxins the body was throwing out. And so that's what I was telling my coach Sriram, that the analogies of a automobile, your car, how well you drive the car, so much the car will respond better when it comes from a servicing. Similarly here, because of this program which I was doing for the past 3 months before I went for my Panchakarma, my body was in a much better shape. It performed and it responded much better. So even my massage therapist, he was saying that he could feel lot less fat in my body, lot less water retention in the body. As a matter of fact, I was drinking more water than before. So the point I'm trying to say is that there is a very strong correlation in terms of how you maintain and take care of your diet and your inputs through the year. And that shows that your body is much more responsive to throw out the toxins. There will be toxins in your body, residual toxins, but the efficiency of it was way, way higher. Whereas I was on more toxins before, my diet, irregular diet, so many other things. So my body should have been throwing out more, but it wasn't. So this was a big revelation for me.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, very, very well put, Ramnath. In fact, I tell people that it's like a phone. So when you put a factory reset to the phone, you see it performing better. You see that that same phone that you were hitting a lot, that you were cursing a lot, now it's an angel, right? It's performing like an angel right now. The same thing happens to our body as well. I think that was a first-hand experience that you got. That was wonderful, very wonderful to see. What I want to ask you now is a very important question. What are the key points that you would like to credit to your transformation journey so far in the last 5 months?
See, very frankly, very honestly, and from the bottom of my heart, I certainly have to thank you, my coach, first. Primarily because your patience and persistence with me was very important. And I'll take the credit for being very honest with you to a large extent on the collage. So the more honest I became, the more tougher you became on me. So you started getting at every small things. So that was the challenging part for me to put together as how honest can I be with the collage, with my daily reporting. And I think that has been the big thing for me, where I could get maximum from you. Every specific thing, and you were very extremely objective, and your ability to track my progress on a weekly basis. So I think that was a big part. And secondly, I'm very grateful to my friend Karunanidhi and Devi. They were taking care of me when in Tiruvannamalai. They cooperated and they helped me to kind of realign their diet to suit my needs. So they cut down a lot of their oil consumption and so many other things. And the last 1 month, last 1.5 months, I've been with my mom. So she's also been taking care, the detox drinks, putting with the salad, because at the end, I don't want to change anyone's diet, their choice, their preference. But the fact they did it for me, I'm grateful. So yeah, these three people, I certainly am grateful. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got here so quickly. I might have maybe another 3-4 months, maybe. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's been a very, very, very good pleasure working with you, Ramnath. I think there are a lot of messages on the chat describing about the inspiration that people got from your talk. Do go through it. It's all for you. And thank you so much. Back to the host.
Thank you.